Now, Ari, how about you? What object are you interested in here?
I'll keep mine pretty straightforward. How about just an exercise?
An exercise. Okay, so an exercise like in the weight room, that
Yeah.
sort of thing. So in terms of an exercise, what would you say the hazes are?
It has like a weight you're doing it with and a number of reps.
A weight, a number of reps, okay. And maybe it has a name, okay? Sound
Yeah,
good?
looks good.
Okay, so what type would weight be?
An int.
Okay. So in this country we use pounds, and so weight's often just an int. In kilograms it might have fractions, in which case you might use double. There's no right or wrong answer. It depends on the application and how you want to use it.
Right.
But for number of reps,
That's definitely an int.
that's definitely an int. So we would never think about a fractional number of reps. And how about for the name?
That would be a string.
A string. Okay, so let's provision for those. So we have a weight, and we have a number of reps, and we have a name for this. And we can again generate the constructor automatically using the fields. And I think they're all of interest here, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Now let's suppose that we're interested in the total amount of work that was done in this exercise. So this is getting to some physics background, but what might you think would reflect, say, the total amount of work done in the exercise?
Well, I think you'd need new instance variables maybe for actually force times this. I mean,
Yeah, so force times distance. So the weight done one rep would be a certain amount of work. Doing twice would be twice as many reps because it's
Right.
twice the distance, right? So we could simply take the product of weight and reps, right?
Okay.
So
Makes
if we
sense.
had a method called get work, what would its return type be in this case?
An int
That's
constraint.
great. Now, how did you know that?
Because both the others are ints, so
Exactly.
the multiple
So
would be an int.
get work done could simply return this dot weight times this dot num reps.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else we want to think about for the exercise? Or is that good?
That looks good to me.
Professor, I'm curious, why does it say super underneath exercise?
Okay. So what happens is when Eclipse generates these constructors automatically, it's acknowledging the fact that exercise, even though it doesn't say it up here, actually extends something called object. This is something we study later. When you extend an object, you have to initialize that first, and so super is the first thing that's done in the constructor. To be honest, you don't really need it. If you don't say it, it happens anyway. So when we teach code and we write code, we typically leave it out. But Eclipse is kind of showing off by putting it in there to show that it actually is happening. Good question. Okay, so we're able to take descriptions of an object in terms of its hazes, its properties, right? And we're able to take those and translate those into instance variables. Then depending upon the behavior we want, and for exercise, we actually just have get work done. So far, we could add more if we wanted to.
Right.
We put in those methods to provide the functionality.